This is an BioClean Mastermind session, and I am really joined by a couple really good BioClean operators, Justin Crowley from Louisville and Eric Trice from out in the Maryland area, Baltimore, DC, and east side of Maryland. And the thing that I'm looking forward to about this mastermind is one, Justin hosted the mastermind last year in Louisville, and this year Eric is hosting out at his shop in Maryland. So, with both of these guys, we want to be able to discuss what we can look forward to this year and then maybe what we really liked about previous years as well. So, the objective of our mastermind this month is to help operators understand the value in attending the BioClean Mastermind through their experiences and from other operators like Eric and Justin, um, in getting their feedback and how we can maybe even increase participation this year. So, as business owners, each one of you guys, all of our operators, you're busy. And when something like this, a conference comes up, it can kind of sometimes feel difficult to justify going. But yet, every year, some of the most successful BioClean operators make attending the mastermind like a priority. So, we're going to hear from a couple of them today, Justin and Eric. So, to ask you guys, kind of open it up to you. Maybe you can start, Justin. I know you've been to a few of them and you hosted one. So why has hosting and why has attending a mastermind been of value to you?
Well, attending, just going in and being with everybody. For me, just personally, I could sit here and try to think about all the problems that I've got going on, but most of the time it's current stuff. So actually getting in with the group and hearing other people's problems and possibly having solutions, or being able to put our heads together, since we're in the same or similar business. um we're able to find solutions one way or another in a room full of like-minded individuals. So um I found it pretty empowering just by having everybody together. So
Yeah.
in one way, shape, or form, we've all kind of experienced similar things. So
Mhm.
as far as hosting goes, that changed mainly my outlook on, how much it takes to actually put, something like that together. Uh, on top of that,
Yeah,
you
you
still,
kind of had to balance a lot. I mean, you had a lot of things going on that year. How did it affect your crew? How did it affect your staff seeing you kind of welcome us to the shop?
I think it was good. I mean, overall, anytime something like that happens, no matter what the case is, I think it raises morale because it just shows like the importance behind it. And you know, I guess just other people wanting to visit your location. I kind of feel like our shop's on its own little island because we don't get customers or anybody here. It's just us.
Right.
So anytime somebody wants to come in and see where we not really put our heads down, but
Yeah, where you work it. Yeah, it's
right.
different because it's kind of tucked back in there. So you're
Yeah.
like, welcome all the guests, bring them in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And of course, it's what's nice about it too. And I think what I liked most about it is just getting people from other areas, um, around the US or around the world, whatever. Just seeing how you have structured your shop,
Hmm.
getting criticism or advice or whatnot on how you have something laid out.
Yeah.
Because when you meet up at an event, you don't bring your shop, you don't bring your personal space or anything like that. It's just you. So to everybody else, you may have the perfect layout, like they
Right.
don't know. So seeing that in person, I think that's huge.
Yeah, there's definitely kind of a little bit of vulnerability there as well for yourself to be like, I'm going to bring all these other owners in and they're going to judge my shop or they're going to look at this and be like, wow, you actually do it this way. When
Right,
rather it's more like, oh, yeah, how could I do this better?
right,
Or what can I learn that Justin is doing that I can do? kinds of different things that we can learn from each other when we visit their shops. So I think it's really nice for you to have opened up your shop, and it's awesome for us to come and visit. So that's a really good point. I remember talking to you, Justin, also a while back, and there was a point that you highlighted that kind of stuck with me. Sometimes when we go to a conference, our spouses might think, "Oh, you're just going there to, drink beer and, do all this crap." But how did having it at your place, how did that kind of change the outlook of that?
Uh,
Hold on. You're not supposed to do that.
I know,
Oh
right?
yeah, you can.
So actually, I enjoyed hearing my wife. She said, what was it? She said, trying to quote her. She's like, "Oh yeah, honey, that was like a legit little meeting or whatever." And I'm like, "Huh? Like, what'd you think it was?" Like, anytime I go to one of these, like, what do you think? I'm going to a backyard barbecue, like, in the middle of an alleyway, and we're just shooting it up, like
Right.
what? So I don't think it was disrespectful of her to say it in regards to like thinking that that's something I would attend, but
Right.
I think it just adds impact on like, wow, like this is actually a structured event. It's set up like a structured event, and it's real problems, real people, real solutions.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And I don't know how Eric's gonna handle it, but he'll do something similar. But yeah, so I thought that was really cool because then you also said like now it's going to be a lot easier for me to say, "Hey, I'm going to learn out at Eric's," or
Yeah.
you can kind of carry that with. Not that it matters. It's just something that I thought, oh, that's kind of an interesting point is how it affects, those who see you work at it, those who see the shop come together, those who see everybody come, that it's a legit thing where we're there to learn, we're there to help each other out. So I thought that was
There's so
cool.
many thoughts going through my head, like, okay, do I have any trucks leaking oil, leaking coolant? Like, what's going on? Like, I mean, there's just so much stuff because people are people. They're gonna look around. I mean, it's human nature for people to judge and look and observe, and there's nothing wrong with that. So, but
Right.
it's a lot of things that go through your head, but at the end of the
Yes.
day, it is what it is. We do the same thing. Um, these people are going through it too. They just might not be as vocal about it, or we may not know.
Yeah, exactly. Very nice. So now for you, Eric, you haven't missed one yet, I don't think. So why is attending, these masterminds been important to you?
Um, Man, it's Justin kind of hit the nail on the head. It's like you get in the same room with, like-minded or similar people. Like I'm in another mastermind that we actually meet quarterly. And for me, that one is very much like everybody's kind of got a similar way of thinking, and it's you kind of get around the right people, and it just kind of gives you a reset. It gives you a chance to like bounce ideas off people and talk to people that have been through the same things or similar issues and you also get to hear about people's wins and see like, all right, I remember last year you had this and now uh, you've got all this going on and you've come so far, or like how people have developed even quarter to quarter. So that's really fun for me. Really, that one is just like a mental reset. But the BioClean one's different because it's literally everybody is doing the same thing. Um, Business is business and it really translates, but there are certain things in this industry, whether it's the employees or the customers or whatever, uh, that's hard to relate with some other business owners because they just don't quite get it.
Yep.
So the BioClean one's really good for that because it's like, man, like they're going through all the same things that we are, and they're fighting the same battles and using the same products and the same equipment sometimes. So it just really it's so valuable. When I go to them now, like it used to be like every time I go to one, like I've got a problem, I'm trying to solve this thing, right? Or I'm trying to fix this thing. And I used to try to find something to fix before I go to an event because I'm like, all right, what do I want to get out of this? And that still happens where there's times where I'm like, man, I really am having this problem and let me go here and see if I can find a solution. But now I don't always have that. So now I just kind of go with an open mind of like when I came to Justin's, I wasn't looking to fix a problem. I was just, what can I take away from this that's
Yeah.
gonna help me take it to the next level, or what can I learn or do differently? And there's some, whether it's in the shop and how Justin lays out his supplies, or how their guys handle the end of day, or whatever it is, whatever little detail, um or in the mastermind itself of like things that just come up. I think in Justin's, the one thing we did was I'm trying to remember the name of it. I know Tyler Shockey
Yeah, he did the 10
led it.
times. Yeah.
Yeah, the 10x is easier than 2x. And I was like, going into it, I kind of had a little regression. I was like, man, I've done this before. Like, um, I I don't need to do it again. But I was like, no, I'm going to sit down and we're going to go through this and I'm going to do it just like I've never done it before.
Right.
And it was really eye opening. It's like, holy shit, like, it really makes you think, like, how far you've come and however
Yeah.
much time. And it was like really, really valuable doing that exercise again, even though I've done it probably 2 or 3 times in the past. Um, to sit down and do it again, I was like, man, all right, this is really impactful.
Yeah, that's good. I like that. I enjoy that too. It's not like you're going there with a problem, but you're going there to like learn something new,
Hmm.
and just go there with an open mind.
Yeah.
And you are going to take something away from it. And it might not be something that's presented. It might be a conversation, because that's the
Yeah.
other thing about this mastermind. Unlike the BioClean conference, this is geared for a big networking event. Yeah, we talk about things, but we're really gearing this to be BioClean specific, flea washing specific. So, we're going to really hone in on solutions to situations that our operators are currently facing and really break those down.
Hmm.
All right, so you already kind of highlighted this a little bit, Eric, and what made last year's mastermind valuable. But and you talked about a big takeaway is kind of redoing that. What is it called? 10 times is
10x
easy.
is easier than 2x.
10x is easier than 2x. Yeah, you talked about that takeaway about 10x is easier than 2x.
Hmm.
Justin, do you recall any points from last year's, or like a point that really stuck out to you? I know you were hosting, you were running around, there was a lot of things that were happening, but do you remember like a specific thing that you took away or that you appreciated that you implemented, or you just appreciated from last year? What was it?
There's always several things. Trying to think back because you're so indulged in the process of like, okay, I hope it goes good, and, hope everything works out right. But what was it?
Here, why don't let me take? I'll just say one. I remember when one of the main takeaways for me, because we have a lot of operators who are, not super technically able. So, like, it's to update your Google address. Every operator should have their Google address updated, right?
Right.
Simple. Why not? I
I
look for
think
Eric, so all of a sudden I'm in Cambridge. I'm like, why doesn't Eric change this?
Google makes that extremely difficult.
I
Believe it or
know
not,
how
I've
to.
tried like so many times, and they just like, God, it's a pain in the ass.
It is.
They want you to take a video to prove that you have access and you're actually at that location. So I've done it 3 times.
You've done
I
it
go
three
all the way
times.
out to the mailbox. I have on video, I got our sign out front, our mailbox that's numbered. I walk really fast back to the office because it's a really long walk. I put a key in the door, I unlock the door, I open the door. I got all my trucks. I go to the office, I unlock the office door, open it, I walk around, I go over to the cash register for the wash bay and I put the key in it and I open it. And I'm like, I clearly have access and control of this facility. And every
Right.
time they're like, you did not provide substantial proof that you are authorized to access this facility. And I'm like,
Gosh, that
I don't know what
sucks,
else
man.
to do.
When
Like,
that process does happen, because you know what's going to happen. Eventually, you're going to click on it and it's going to work.
yeah.
Are you already prepping the celebration party?
No, I haven't even thought about it.
Dude, I would be so ecstatic because even with setting up the mastermind and trying to get the map right, I'm like, this stupid thing doesn't even go to the right location.
Yeah.
I would be so irritated. So when it happens, well, I'll keep a lookout for it and we'll have a little Zoom party and I'll drink another beer with you.
It's been a while. I need to try again. I
Yeah.
got fed up last time. Like, I'm just over it.
But that was kind of one of my takeaways. I don't forget that because that's like it seems like just the little simplest practice. Have you had time to think about your takeaway yet, Justin, or did I just bother you, get you all distracted?
No, you're good. I mean, I had so many takeaways from it, and I think my biggest takeaways, I can summarize all of them without pinpointing one directly. But as a host of the event, I was able to communicate differently with people because I had my personal area in sight.
Mm,
So we were able to put comparison to how exactly I had my stuff set up or how my trucks were parked or
yeah,
not that, the truck parking came up, but I'm just giving an example. Like everything was physically there. So
yeah. That's so
there was
awesome.
like 10 different things,
Yeah,
it could have been someone mentioning like they maybe asked a question and I explained it out and they were like, well, we do it kind of similar, but we do it like this. And it got me thinking because my shop floor is sitting right here,
right.
and that goes for all kinds of stuff, whether it was the parts or whether it was my RO system. I can't remember if I had a softener and carbon tank and all that. Set up then, but now I do. I
Yeah.
want to say that that was one of my breakthrough pieces as well. But there was a bunch of things.
Yeah, that's so nice. And that's one of the nice things about hosting is you get to have guys who have shops, good, nice shops,
Yeah,
and businesses come and see your place and give you
right,
suggestions. Like, how special is that? You don't get that too often.
right.
There's, there's a lot of value in that. We all can't be Eric Trice.
Right. No, I know, man. Right, but well, I think it's one of those things where no matter what kind of operation you have, no matter if you're making 10 or generating 10 million in revenue or 100,000 in revenue, I think everybody gets in their head and they think, man, my place ain't crap. What I'm doing ain't crap. This and that. You just get complacent, I guess. I don't know. At least for me, that's how it is. And having people come in and talk about it, see it, stuff like that, it changes your perspective on it. So it's kind of refreshing. So
Yeah, that is. I think one of the things that stands out to me too about attending the mastermind is the most successful operators continue to come. And the operators that come, I would say, are continual learners. They understand that, attending an event like this, building a relationship, understanding different processes, all the improvements that can be made, that the entire trip is worth it. It's worth that return on the investment, the ticket, the couple days away, because they're successful in their businesses and they're not going to miss one. So for you guys, what would you tell someone who's on the fence about attending? What would you tell someone who's on the fence about attending?
um
Go ahead,
well,
Justin.
you want to go, Eric, or
You go first.
okay, so for me, the biggest thing is it's just like Eric said. When the event comes up, some people are probably thinking, man, maybe they don't have any problems. Business is business. They've got problems. It just may not be top of mind. But I will tell them this. You don't have to have something that you want to fix. You don't have to have anything that you want to improve. Nothing has to exist to be in your face saying go. But by going, you open those doors to the possibility of correcting something, to the
Mm,
possibility of learning something, whether it's front of mind or not, you're presenting the opportunity to expand the knowledge or strengthen something internally for you.
yeah.
So that would be my biggest push because maybe in the past they were like, well, people could possibly present it as fix your problems, grow your
Right.
business. And it's like, man, what are my problems? And I'm sitting here thinking like, okay, I got this problem, this problem, this problem. Well, maybe they don't have that problem, or maybe, it's a little bit embarrassing or something for me to discuss that problem. When you're there, and I'm pretty last minute, but I go with no problem list. I don't write anything down before going. I go with, I'm just going to open up.
Yeah.
Um, and I think that's been key for me because I pull like 10 different things.
That's
Um,
great.
but that would be my
I love that. I
selling
love
point
that.
on that. So,
Yeah. So it's almost like you're really going to learn something and you know you're going to learn something. You might be going
yeah,
there, you don't have any problems or any issues that you're aware of, but you go there and you hear something, you're like, oh, maybe I need to think about that.
right.
There's a bigger picture than just what you're dealing with in your shop. Go out and learn some more from other people. I like that. Eric,
Yeah.
how about you? What would you say to somebody who's on the fence about attending?
Um,
Come fishing.
yeah, come fishing. I'm trying to. I haven't decided if I'm going to ask for permission or just do it, but I kind of want to. We talked about how getting everybody at the shop to do like a cookout type atmosphere, and I'm like, we really need to get some like clay pigeons and shotguns and come out here and just like shoot some shit in the back, yeah, in the back lot.
Yeah.
We
That
got the
sounds
property.
very redneck. I can't wait.
It's going to be great.
Yeah.
Um, so no, I mean, if you're on the fence, somebody said to me like, um, the it kind of goes back to that 10x is greater than 2x type of mindset, right? If you're going to come to an event and let's say it's going to cost you $1,000 between flights, whatever, your ticket, your hotel, all that stuff, you want to get a 10x return on that, right? So if it's $1,000, you want to come back with something that's going to make you 10,000. If it's 2,000, you want to come back with something that's going to make you 20,000. I find it really hard to believe that you can't leave one of these masterminds, specifically the BioClean ones, without something that's going to help you generate an additional $100,000 next year. Um, whether that's a way to prospect or sell to a customer differently than what you're doing now, whether it's an efficiency thing that's going to save you a bunch of time and money to open up more capacity, whether it's anything, right? Like if you're really looking at it to try to 10x your investment, if it's going to cost you $1,000, like, you can first 3 hours that you're there, just networking and looking around and talking. Um, the biggest thing I feel like with these, it's I didn't touch on earlier is like you're not just going to an event where it's business owners and you're in this room and talking shop and you're separated. By being in the shop, you're getting to talk to their staff, you're talking to their people, you get to find out what they like about being here and working here. They get to find out what makes them tick. Uh, that's probably one of the biggest value adds is being able to see other people's employees and like uh, just asking them like, man, what do you like about working here? What do you um, why do you come to work every day? Like what's the best thing about this place and whatever, and you can take that home and implement just something that like makes them happy that man, I never thought of that. Like they really love that we got a snack drawer that they can take, or whatever little stupid thing that's just gonna, if you can save
Yeah.
one employee, that's gonna save you 10 grand.
Oh yeah, you're creating value in that. Yeah, that employee, when you go back and make that change, your employee's going to work harder. They're going to tell their buddy that they got to come work there. I mean, that's huge. Just a
Yeah.
little takeaway. And I know that we all look forward to coming out to Absolute in October to feel what it's like there in your place. And I'm sure everybody's listening right now in your office, just cheering it on. We're coming. Bring it on. Where's your snack drawer? That's what I want to know.
Right.
Where's the
We're gonna
snack
lock it.
in the lobby? Perfect.
I said we're gonna lock it.
Oh, you're gonna lock it. Okay, that's perfect.
Yeah.
So, when we think about the mastermind, we look forward to it coming up. Throughout this conversation with Justin and Eric, we've kind of had a succession of, themes. We've talked about, successes in hosting, but also attending. We've talked about the network opportunities. We've talked about some of the content. We've talked about having fun. Now we're talking about shooting clay pigeons and shotguns. Like, I don't know if I think I've shot a shotgun. I pulled the trigger like one time my whole life. That scares me.
Oh no.
We're
That's
gonna
gotta change.
It's
We're
gonna
gonna
change.
change
I
that.
can't wait. So now to kind of conclude, if we think about where our businesses will be next October. So we're looking in the future. We're going to the mastermind, we're planning for it. We look at a year from now. What are some things that we could gain from being at the mastermind this year? It could be a new system. What's Eric doing differently at his shop that I'm not doing at mine? It could be a relationship. It could be one of our other operators who's coming, who's implemented some great sales system. It could be a new idea. Instead of having us hire our staff, we've outsourced that. It could be a new, I don't know. Now I'm going on and on. But operators who don't attend might not have the opportunity to do that. So for a seasoned operator, I think for you guys, it gains momentum to just keep going to the next year, to just keep moving forward. Because we all are in the business to grow our businesses. And when we surround ourselves with BioClean operators who have successful stories in their business, who continue to be consistent at the mastermind, that's just going to infect us all. We're all going to rise up. So thank you both for sharing your experience with us today. And we look forward to seeing everyone at the mastermind at Absolute in a couple months.
I'll be honest with you. People would be stupid not to come, man, because and you might chop this up and put it in the video, but there's a huge selling point on this. Number one, Eric's got the truck wash. He's got gas powered PTO driven trucks, and he's pretty decent size on his operations on the mobile side. So it's like, and you're right by the ocean, man. You're not far
Yeah.
from it. So it's like, dude, it's literally that's four big reasons, man. Like if you
Yes.
don't come to this one, you're not gonna. Why would you come to any of the others?
You come to this one, you learn about the wash bay, you see how it's set up, you
Right,
see the system, you see that he's got some that have remotes, he's got some that are set up with the bio, he's got it all.
right. Not just
Still,
that, but I'm sure he's still developing stuff inside that wash bay. So you're getting to see one and, the progress on how it's, laying out or developing. So,
yeah, that's a huge selling point. Thanks for highlighting that, Justin.